and my heart absolutely goes out to you. I've never come across that before, and I'm sorry, but I have not. And my heart seriously goes out to you, and I don't have any explanation for you. There's been the issue of talking about setbacks, and in our company, we have in our contract of a minimum of 1,000 feet. I keep hearing that in Germany it's over a mile or so. Well, we are a German company, and I just called my colleague about an hour ago in Germany. And the maximum distance in Germany for turbine setbacks from homes is 1 kilometer at the height, and that is throughout Europe. And most of the setbacks are actually far smaller. If you build a wind farm, if we have to propose a 1 mile here in the state of Michigan, and I live and grew up in the state of Ohio, and I have projects in Ohio as well. Keep in mind is that if we have setbacks of that distance, there is going to be no wind farms. I'll guarantee you. And I clap, and keep clapping, because this brings me into my next point. Do you realize the United States is the first time in its history that we're fighting indirectly funding both sides of a war? Do you also realize that we are in competition with China for coal right now? China has now literally stopped all exportation of coal, and we're now competing with coal for their buying it in Appalachia. China is building roughly 2 coal-fired power plants every single week. The gentleman, I think, up there in the other wind, up in Bad Axe, made a point. He said, our son, our family is leaving, and they're not going to be coming back. Well, I'll tell you right, you're absolutely correct. They're not going to be coming back because there's no jobs. The manufacturing is gone. It went to China, who's rapidly seeking economic development. Right now, what we're proposing here is you realize that, yes, I represent a European company. And a lot of turbine manufacturers are European. It's been built for the last 30 years. There has been wind farms throughout Europe and throughout the rest of the world, and even parts of here in the United States. Those turbine manufacturers are coming over here to build manufacturing because it's far cheaper to actually build it here. People right here, a lot of your neighbors and friends, and I have a lot of friends and neighbors and a lot of my colleagues as well as landowners who work at General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler who are laid off because those jobs will benefit directly. And that is why I think you're seeing the state here push. If you push for really restrictive wind farms, hey, I'll tell you right now, you won't have any more wind development, but the costs are going to be high for this country. Once again, my heart, I hear some of the stories out here, and this man, especially the last spoke, and the one and the lady, and they're talking about the family, talking about having a new apartment. I don't have anything to add to that. That is true. That is absolutely terrible. But and once again, you're not in my project area. I don't know. I can't do anything about it. But I will stress here that there is a lot at stake. I keep hearing a lot of folks that, hey, we want to see renewable resources. We want to see it happen, but that no one's willing to make the sacrifice. If we don't get our act together as a country, there's a lot more at stake. Your Honor, I do need your address. All right, sir. On 1900 Superior Avenue, Cleveland. Okay. Suite 333, 44114. JUWI. Thank you, Your Honor. Step down. Were there any other hands that I had missed here? Very well.